Welcome to the Press Box, presented by the Dispatch and Rock Island Argus Sports Department and sponsored by Zeglin's TV and Appliance. I'm sports writer D.J. Jarvis.
I'm Anthony Sandoval.
And standing in for Mark Nessler and Daniel McCarowitz is this wonderful emoji we found. We are playing Emoji Football today. And when in doubt, when your full-timers don't show up, you pick the two best-looking guys in the department.
Yeah, this is our exact reaction when they didn't show up, too. It's not good, but we'll try to get it through this.
So we're just over halfway through the season.
Yeah, it's going by fast.
Yeah, it has. We decided let's take a look at how we feel about through 5 weeks, how we feel about guys and or teams and going forward, how we feel. Since you're the Geneseo beat writer, let's start with Geneseo.
And I pick up my Geneseo emoji.
Correct? Yeah.
Okay, here we go. It's not so much all season, but as last week went against Sterling, it's a wow, shocked, stunned face. Sterling came in and throttled them at Bob Reed Field, which doesn't happen. I think it was the last time that happened at Bob Reed Field. They lost was 2012 in Week 4 just by 3 points. It was 49-7 this past week. Sterling dominated every facet of the game. They were faster than them on every facet of the game. Their punts and kickoffs would keep Geneseo inside the 20. Geneseo would not be able to go anywhere because of their quickness on defense. Punts would go to the 50 if there was a good punt on most drives, and that would set up Sterling for easy scores and quick scores. Sterling scored 6 of its 7 touchdowns on 6 plays or less. So it was just a shocking game. I called Sterling winning, but not by 42 points. It was a stunner.
Okay, well, I went with the closest thing I could find to a root. I know you said from conversations they got a tough schedule here on out. Yeah. So I was thinking they got to get back to their roots. They've got to just play hard-nosed football and defend Bob Reed Field here on out.
Who do you want next?
We'll go with my alma mater. We'll go Rock Island.
And we're both kind of the same on this.
Yeah, we are both kind of the same. They've allowed, what would we say, 200 more yards on the ground in Big Six play than any other team, and that's UT. So
including UT.
I feel like, and even against when they played Alton, they gave up a ton of yards on the ground. They've got to stop the run.
Yeah, I'm really kind of shocked by their defense not being able to stop the run, because if they were able to do that, and that's what I'm wondering what is going on with their defense emoji is. Every time I think this Rock Island team is nearly unbeatable, it's their defense that ends up hindering them. Losses against Quincy and Edwardsville are nothing to be ashamed of.
Agreed.
Both great teams, but it's just like if they could stop the run and play a little bit better, tighter defense against the run, they would be a pretty formidable team to make a good run in the postseason. That's what worries me about them going forward too.
Where do you want to go now?
Let's go UT, and I've got a clock for. This whole thing is going to take time. It's Joe Morrissey, right? That's his name.
Yes.
The coach for the Panthers this year. It's going to take time. This Rome wasn't built in one day, and neither is UT's football program. It's got to be built up over couple years, and I don't see it going too well for them the rest of the season, since it already hasn't. And it's going to take a couple years. You got to get them started at the freshman level, work them up, and see what they can become by the time their varsity seniors, juniors, even sophomores if they're talented. But yeah,
I always knew you were a LeBron fan, using his "LeBron is Rome wasn't built in a day" quote. I knew you're a huge fan. Speaking of LeBron, I took basketball. I think those people at UT are counting down to basketball season.
Yeah.
Just got to get through this season and continue to build morale.
Sure.
Like you said, they're going to get better. But I think everybody's counting down for that exciting basketball team.
And congrats to Trey Buchanan on signing with North Dakota University or University of North
Dakota.
Congrats to him. That's awesome.
Where do we want to go next? Let's go Moline next.
Sure.
And I'm gonna pick for Ness. I'm gonna use Ness's for the second time, and I'm also gonna use mine.
Okay.
You can go ahead and go first.
Okay. Mine is just a fist pound. What they did was truly awesome. The kids standing up for what they truly believe in, racial unity and everything. That's great. I really approve of what they did, and I hope to see them keep doing it, though. That's the only thing. And hopefully they can pull out a win or two along the way.
Ness used clapping emoji for the same reason. I know he really liked as, with his dad recently passing away and serving in the military. He really liked what Moline did. I chose a pumpkin. Last year, Moline started playing a lot better. October, ended up making the run for the playoffs. So I chose a pumpkin because it's almost that time. October 1st is on Saturday, and we're getting ready to roll into pumpkin season, despite Whitey's and Starbucks both having their pumpkins.
Actually, I had one of those the other day. Fantastic.
It was delicious.
Oh, yeah.
And that leaves us with Alleman.
Yes.
I think we both went similar things here. What'd you go?
Yeah, just kind of a blank expression. Great, they got back on the winning track, but again, it was against a UT team that's going to struggle this year and it's going to take its lumps. I'm really happy to see Alleman get back to a win, get back to its winning ways and win a game. But with who do they have this week? Quincy.
Yeah.
They're going to really find out if they got back to their winning ways or not with this game, and I hope they do. But UT was Quincy's quite a tough task.
I used a detective because they beat UT last week. They played really well for, I think, 3 quarters against Rock Island. What is Alleman? I mean, like UT, they've got some growing pains going on right now. But what team are they, and what team are they gonna be for the rest of the season? I have to say one thing before we sign off here. Last week I was on here, and Dan Mack put me on the spot, told me to pick between Orion and Rock Ridge. Orion coach Chip Filler, very loyal press box watcher. After the game, they ended up beating Rock Ridge. He was very unhappy with me. So here's me eating crow, Coach Filler, and I apologize. It was a great game, as we discussed after. I think both teams are going to go very far. I think we have very good area teams at this point, as well as, Geneseo. You got to think, even though they're down a game, Rock Island's going to find a way. To make the playoffs as well. I think we have at least like 5 or 6 more of these to do, right?
Moline Rock Island this week will be interesting to see the pregame stuff just as much as the game with the whole protest and everything going on.
We might see them do what the Falcons and the Saints did last night. They all at the middle of the field joined hands. You might see that out of the, as the Rock Island guy, I know how big that rivalry is, so we might see something out of that. I'm DJ Jarvis. This is Anthony Sandoval. Thanks for joining us at the Press Box. We hope to see you at a game this Friday. Yes.
He did say that, but that's been around for a long time.
You realize that James cleared the English player.
Yes, I know.
Okay, just checking. All right.
That's just called...